I gotta get my tractor tire down to the tire store, get it fixed, and then decide what liquid to fill it with. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Backyard Mechanics series on repairing a tractor tire. Hello folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Backed the tractor out of the tractor barn the other day and the tire came off the rim. Fluid leaked out of it, so I'm going to figure out what fluid to replace what leaked out. There's a couple of different choices. So let's get this loaded up in the car, get it down to the tractor tire repair person, and then we'll pick up some fluid and then we get this up on the tractor before I put fluid on it, and I'll show you how I'm going to be putting fluid in it. Relatively simple. I imagined a jerry rig that that you can do also, and it doesn't use any, it doesn't require any special material. Well, let's get this fixed and I'll show you. Oh, my pickup is broke down and it's at my mechanic's house getting fixed, and I'm fortunate enough to have my mechanic living right across the street. This guy and his dad are professional mechanics, and they have the car lift and everything over there at their farm, and they had a business downtown, and now he's retired. Okay, hope I don't pull something lifting this, because shouldn't be too bad. Okay, here's where I rely on my manly muscles. Oh yeah, that's heavy. Oh my. Heavy beast. Okay, no, it is too heavy. It's just way too heavy. Man. I have an idea. Let me put my brain to work instead of using my brawn. Let me think about this. I came up with an idea. I'm going to roll this out here. I'm going to use this perfectly good working microwave oven to, I've got to take it down to the thrift store. Use that as leverage. Use a rail from I use a rail for that goes to that trailer back there, so I can drive lawnmowers back up into it, and I'll just tip it into the car and yeah, let's try it that way. Did it. Okay, using my brain instead of my brawn. That works. Well, let's get this down. Okay. I got my coffee. I got my banana, which was literally my breakfast. And I got some artwork I'm taking down to my publishers to have scanned and giclée prints made out of it. And I have to go to another store and collect something. Starting fluid. Pete's Coffee. Lovely coffee. Let this beast warm up a little bit. Okay, let's get out of here. It's a foggy day up here in this little valley, way up in the Cascade Mountains. Foggy. Imagine what it's going to be like in the valley, because I have to go down into the big valley where it's all denser fog. Yeah. Alright, I got my art dropped off at my publishers. We're going to get some duplicate giclée prints made, and then I got that tire dropped off, and then I got one more place to stop, and then I'm going to head back out to the rural communities near where I live and go to that Walmart and then pick up some stuff. Well, I actually got to pick up some fluid for that tire because we got to ballast it with fluid. So let's get that done. Now it begs the question, what is the fluid in those tractor tires? Well, a fluid that's used as a ballast will keep the tractor down on the ground, because when you're lifting stuff with your scoop or whatever, and you get high, you get your load up high, and the tractor can become a little unstable, so it helps to have a ballast in the wheels. Well, think about it, a fluid that doesn't freeze. So what I did, there's a variety of different fluids you can use in these tractors. Sodium chloride is one of them. You can use antifreeze of a variety of different styles. There's, these antifreezes that I found at the local big box store, and they're pretty expensive. Then you can go down in price and look at RV antifreeze, and that works too, just as well. But there's another product that is the cheapest I could find, and that is this windshield washer fluid that is rated for minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So now the next question is, how many gallons do you need to fill a tire this size off of a Coyote CK25? Well, this cart gives you an example, and then the back of my car also gives you an example of how much you're going to need. I'm going to haul these up, about 34-ish gallons. So I purchased 30 gallons, And I'm going to go ahead and take as many as I can in one load up to the tractor barn and get it stored. Now, I have these milk crates that somebody gave me years and years ago. I've had them for several years, probably 30 some odd years. Anyway, I have those. I'm going to store these in there until I get my tire back from the tire store, because I asked them not to fill the tire with fluid, because 30 gallons of this stuff is going to be heavy inside of that tire. I just don't have the testosterone to be able to lift a tire filled with fluid and push it uphill to the tractor barn from here. So I'm just going to have them fix the tire, fill it with air, and then I'll drain the air out of it once I get it up to the barn, and we'll put the fluid in, and I'll show you how we do that next. Let's go put this away. I have 9 of these, so this will be perfect for holding 30 of these jugs. And they will store so conveniently in here. I hope. I'll be right back with another load, the final load. This little garden cart comes in really handy. I got this free from an estate cleanup. I'll go ahead and leave a link up here on the top of the video for my treasure hunting series. Yeah, I get these estate cleanups and I end up with free stuff. It's getting cold. It's January and it's expected. Hi buddy, how you doing there? Okay, rest. Ooh, what a workout. Get my cardiovascular exercise for the day. Good thing. Yes, good on the heart. Okay. So another item, I for those of you who are new and don't know it, that tractor and that toolbox, yeah, free. Yeah, from an estate cleanup. I have a video that explains how I end up getting this free stuff and finding these so-called estate cleanups. It's cool. It's really cool. I end up with so much stuff though That's not cool. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're done. Put the cart away. And then we'll just continue this video with bringing the tire home and putting it on the tractor. And then I'll show you my jerry rig that is really inexpensive that you can make to funnel that fluid in through the valve stem on the tractor. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back in a video second. To me, in my world, it's going to be probably 3 days. So I'll see you guys in a video second. Okay, I just got back from the tire store 3 days later, and we'll go ahead and remove the tire and get it up to the tractor barn. Now, I asked them not to fill it with that fluid ballast. I'd rather fill it myself because this thing would not be able to maneuver by myself if it was filled with fluid. Okay, before I put the tire in, I got to jack it up a little bit to make sure I have the elevation I need to put it on here. Okay, let's see if we can wrestle that tire in here. Your valve stem accesses on the outside. And another thing about the valve stem is you want it at the 12 o'clock position the best you can get it. Yeah. That was easy enough. And the valve is at the top at the 12 o'clock position. And there's a reason for that. I'll put all these lock washers on and then the lug nuts. And then I'll charge up the air tank and get my impact wrench out. So the valve goes at the top because you're going to fill it up with fluid 75% of the way until it starts leaking out of the valve. And then we're going to add 20 psi of air pressure to complete the job. Let's push this on. Okay. Unplug that because I think we're done with that. Well, no, I'm not done with it because I have to let the air out of the tires and then I have to put the fluid in. Okay, what I did to build my jerry rig was I took that lid from the washer container, that the contents of which I'm going to be pouring into the tire. I took and drilled a hole through the cap, took my jigsaw with a plastic blade on it and cut it a little bit bigger. Then I heated it up over a candle flame and I was able to press this plunger or this syringe down through it, get kind of a semi-nice tight seal on it. But I took some scissors and cut the oversized flange off of the syringe, and then I saved the lid insert and cut a hole in the middle of it, so we can, when we put it on the jug, we can get a seal, and hopefully it'll lock into place. But there is the tool. Let's put the rest of this jerry rig together. And so I cut the bottom off of the jug, and I used my baling string that I use, comes off my hay bales. And then I'm just gonna set it up like an IV here and just let it gravity drip right down into the tire. Unfortunately, this is leaking too much, so I've got a catcher down here, container to catch the fluid, so I'm not wasting a whole lot of fluid. So this is all there is to it. That way I don't have to stand there and hold this. Okay, let's see how fast that drains. Okay, it's done. So that's how long it takes to drain one of those. I'm going to drain the rest of them in there, and we'll be right back. This resembles an IV, like what I see at work a lot. Anyway, the amount of fluid that this size tire takes is actually, it's a 15-19.5, and it takes 29 gallons. Now, I purchased 30 gallons of this stuff, so I have a gallon that's dripping and wasting. So I guess I've got just enough. And we have this fill chart right here. I'll go ahead and leave a link to it. And also there's another chart I have that's right there. I'll go ahead and, not a link, but I'll put it up on the screen right here for you guys to be able to see. And yeah, this is going. I have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14, so I'm 15. So I'm halfway there. It takes about 8 minutes for one to dispense. So 14 more times 8. Yeah, and the sun's gone down and it's getting cold. So I'm going to sit here and try to get this filled, because I've got to take my murator, or the rear tine tiller. I've got to take the tractor down to the driveway, load the tiller onto the trailer, and take it over to my buddy's house because I want to loan it to him for a day. And then my other friend's coming over to get it so she can use it on her tractor at her farm by him. So I'm going to let them borrow this for a week or two and then bring it back and get it reattached to my tractor and get ready for more work on the homestead as weather allows. Busy stuff, and it's stuff I don't even have to spend money on. Yeah, free. Okay, with the filling the fluid in the tractor, the fluid started leaking from the bottom bead. It was just slightly apart, so I was losing fluid. So I had to go down and get one of these straps so I could squeeze the tire, fill it with air to put it back on the bead, and then let the air out, take the valve core out, and then finish giving it its fluid IV. Yeah, this is winter formula window washing fluid purchased from Walmart for about $1.70 something per gallon. and it's rated for minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which is perfect for where I live. You guys might want something a little bit more robust if you're going into the northern parts of the country, because I know you guys get really colder than that. So my jerry rig worked. It's just one of those containers that I cut a hole in the bottom of, and then I took the lid and carved out a hole in that and got a syringe from the local animal feed store. And then I put it down there and I got a 3/4 inch hose, clear tubing, and it fit right on the end of that syringe. And then the other end fit the valve stem perfectly, so I was able to gravity feed the fluid right into the tire without purchasing a pump and going through all that. It took a while, but we got her done. It's now finished. I'm going to go ahead and take the strap off, finish filling the tire with air, and then we will call it good. I'm going to jack it up to get the rope out from it, or the strap. This is a tie-down strap that you get in your hardware store that truckers use to tie down their loads. Yay! Victory! Okay, victory. I love it when I get victory over something. Man, this was nagging me for a long time. So we got the tire fixed and filled with ballast fluid, and I went to start the tractor, and the battery was low. So I got it on a smart charger right now, and we're going to charge it because I still want to take the murator off and take it over to my friend so he could use it. I probably won't get it over there till next week, maybe. Yeah, early in the week. I hope I can get it over there. Well, I can take those plastic bottles, put them in my recycle trailer, and take it to the transfer station and recycle all those plastic bottles. I just thread them through with another the other string from my bale. My hay bale. Yeah, farmer reuses, repurposes, and finds new life for things. So it'll make it easier for me to tote it all together. This is done. Charging the battery, that's minor. I noticed the left front tire needs to be replaced. It's got a slow leak in it, so that is going to be yet for another day. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked up in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. I want to thank you guys for sharing this adventure with me. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, then clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I do upload them. Please click my share button, or your share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Hey, give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. Always be safe, and please always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next adventure, okay? Bye-bye.